For vacation this year, me and my family traveled from our hometown of Milwaukee, Wisconsin up to the scenic peninsula of Door County. Now, the peninsula is its own county, basically that's why they call it Door County, but it's essentially a very touristy area where a lot of Wisconsinites and maybe some people from the Midwest would travel to, and it has lots of beautiful views of Lake Michigan and Green Bay, which is like the little inner part between the peninsula and the mainland of Wisconsin. And it has a lot of touristy cities, or towns, not really cities at all, but it's got a lot of fun stuff to do. There's good hiking, there's good swimming, and there's beautiful Lake Michigan to see as well. We were staying next to Sturgeon Bay, which is a big city in Door County, and we were staying in kind of an off-road thing right off of the Route 42 next to Sturgeon Bay and near Carlsville, which is another very small town up in Door County as well. We stopped in a little cheese shop near Sturgeon Bay, where we found some Door County and Wisconsin themed magnets and some cheese themed items for tourists. We were then in Sturgeon Bay, where we saw actual civilization, which was nice after driving in wheat fields for 3 hours straight. We crossed Sturgeon Bay after that, which is our first little glimpse at Lake Michigan, basically the whole trip, as the highways kind of don't really go near the coast. So it was nice to finally be able to see what the main attraction of where we're going is for the trip. Then we pulled into the cabin. This is where we would be staying for the next few days, and it was actually really nice. Sadly, we got some inclement weather on the way, going back into Sturgeon Bay to check out more of what it's all about, but the rain never stopped us anyways. Since we arrived at around 4 o'clock, we decided to take the rest of the night and tour around Door County and just kind of drive and check out a couple of the towns. This was really nice as we got to kind of get a lay of the land and see a lot of the cool sort of shops and restaurants that we wouldn't be going into because of COVID, but nonetheless just stuff that's kind of around there and that's just cool to see, getting used to the new place that we were at. Lots of marinas and docks and basically every town is centered next to the lake, so it was very pretty to see all of that as well. Sadly, there was on and off rain, and at this point it got really heavy, so we couldn't really step out to stop and look at anything. But after a while, it cleared up, and we ended up stopping at a store to get some extra supplies for the next few days, and it ended up being a big Walmart. That was really nice, and after we left the Walmart, we found a really cool double rainbow, which was awesome to see, as double rainbows are pretty rare. We found an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in the wild, which is a famous car that's shaped like an Oscar Mayer wiener, which is a famous Midwestern based brand of hot dogs. But it was super cool to see actually in real life just driving around, so that was awesome. And pretty pog as well. Later that night, me and my brother decided to go out into Sturgeon Bay and check out a couple of beaches to try and maybe swim late at night. It didn't work out. On the way to the second beach, we passed a really cool shipyard though. It's hard to see because of its night, but it was basically a total bust, and both beaches just were not very good and were not really suited or lit up or anything for swimming. I don't think we were really supposed to be there at all, so ended up not really doing anything all too great. This next shot is really dark, and I guess I was filming a beach. I don't know why it's so dark. I had the camera flash on, but whatever. And then it started raining again. And that was the end of day 0 of Door County. Day 1 was the first full day of our trip, and we had lots of things planned to do. First, we drove from our little cabin where we were staying in, over to Cave Point County Park, which is over next to Whitefish Dunes State Park, both of which we were going to be doing today. First, we stopped at Cave Point County Park, which has really nice views of the lake and had a bit of cliff jumping, where I jumped in, and that was fun. There were lots of little coves under the cliffs of the Cave Point County Park. After we jumped in, we swam in them and had lots of fun exploring those. Next, we went to Whitefish Dunes State Park, where we hiked a little bit, but it was kind of a bust because it was just an inland trail with a few trees. But still very pretty. After that, we traveled up to Ephraim, where the dock was, where we were going to be going parasailing. Now, this has been one of my bucket list things to do. Parasailing is so cool, and it was just an awesome experience. It was so cool. It's hard to describe. It's just so fun. You get to see the lake. You're just hanging in the air. It's so awesome. It was a bucket list thing for me, and I know I'm only 16, so bucket list things don't really matter as much, but it was still just overall an awesome experience, and we ended up getting super high up over the water. It was just so cool to see all the land and just see the open lake in front of you and look at the lake, and it was just from such a high point up. It was awesome. We then took a little short drive to Peninsula State Park, where we swam in Nicolay Bay Beach, which was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a nice swim. The water was a little bit dirty, but overall cool. On our way home for the night, we stopped at a couple of touristy stores, which was fun. Then we went to Grumpy's Ice Cream for ice cream. The atmosphere of the store was great. They had license plates, which was cool, popcorn, root beer. They required masks, but the actual ice cream was just Cedar Crust, which is like a local chain in Wisconsin, and overpriced for what it was, so I would not go there again. That's it for Door County Part 1. Part 2 coming soon.